There is a common rule that soup belongs strictly to the winter months, but if there is one recipe that completely shatters that rule for me, it's this one. Even in the dead of summer, when the days are long and warm, this creamy beef sour soup is a permanent staple in our kitchen. It has this incredible balance, it's rich and comforting, yet beautifully tangy and bright enough for a warm day. We're going to start with the foundation of any great soup, the protein. Take your beef and begin by cutting it into small, bite-sized pieces. I like to keep them uniform so that every single spoonful of spoon gives you the perfect balance of meat, veggies, and broth. For my family, I usually prep about 2 pounds of meat. It's a generous amount, but that's the beauty of this recipe. It makes a massive pot that easily fits a busy household for a couple of days. And honestly, the flavors only get deeper and better the next day. Once it's chopped, drop the meat into a large pot of water and bring it to a boil. We're going to let it simmer for about 30 minutes or just until that beef becomes beautifully tender. As it comes up to temperature, make sure to stand by with a spoon to clean and skim the foam off the top as necessary. Keep that broth clean early on, makes all the difference in the final texture. While the beef is simmering away, we can move on to the next step, which is the vegetables. It really couldn't be simpler. First, drop 4 to 5 carrots, clean them well and chop them into nice even cubes. Next, for that vibrant color and essential crunch, we're bringing in 3 sweet bell peppers, cutting them down into thin delicate pieces. And of course, no proper soup base is complete without a classic white onion finely diced. Instead of just throwing this straight into the water, we're going to build layers of flavor. Drop a touch of oil or butter into the pan, toss all the veggies in together and saute them for about 5 to 7 minutes. You're looking for them to just soften up and release their natural sweetness. Once they're ready, slice them right into the pot on top of the tender beef. Season the whole pot generously with sea salt and cracked black pepper and let everything simmer together for another 20 minutes so the flavors can marry. Now we've reached my favorite part of the entire cooking process. This is where the magic happens and the soup gets its signature velvet texture. In a separate bowl, separate 2 egg yolks and mix them completely with 200 grams of thick, rich Greek yogurt. Whisk them together until completely smooth. Now, if you were to dump this cold mixture directly into the hot soup, the yogurt would instantly curdle and separate. To prevent that, we use a technique called tempering. Take some of that hot broth straight from the pot and slowly stream it into the yogurt mixture, whisking constantly. By bringing the yogurt up to a warm temperature gradually, it stays perfectly smooth. Pour it back into the main pot, give it a really good mix, and watch the broth transform into a beautiful creamy soup. To cut through that rich creaminess, we need 2 final things: fresh greens and a pinch of acidity. For the herbs, it is incredibly important to use fresh lovage and chopped green onions. Lovage has this unique, deeply aromatic flavor that defines a traditional sour soup. Nothing else quite replaces it. Finally, for that perfect sour finish, pour in 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, stir it all together one last time, and it's ready. Ladle it into a deep bowl, serve it with an extra dollop of Greek yogurt on top, and pair in with some warm fresh buns. Recipe right here.